Okay, hi guys and welcome to episode 1 of my Massilia Grand Campaign. Now I've decided to play as Massilia because I am a fan of the Hellenic or Greek factions, and I've played a bit of Grand Campaign myself on my own with Epirus. I'm currently doing Sparta in the Wrath of Sparta DLC and having quite a good time with them, though it is a little bit slower than what I'm used to with the Grand Campaigns. That DLC is a little bit more tedious, just because of the pace of it. And Syracuse, not a massive fan of. I don't really like their starting position. And Massilia have a very interesting roster, which I wanted to pretty much take a look at and see how it played out during the game. They also start very much near Gaul, and I wanted to see how they matched up against those factions. So let's start the Massilia campaign.
For centuries, your people have prospered on these strange and foreign shores, trading wares and civilized ideals with the natives. War looms, however, and you must take up arms to ensure their survival. Of the nearby barbarian tribes, the Helvetii are the most belligerent. They must be watched, but beware of provoking war prematurely, as they have many allies to the east. To the west, the Volcae are vulnerable, and expansion here may gain you an Atlantic port. Such versatility will serve you well in the coming struggle for the Mediterranean. The Scions of Greece are destined to rule the world. Massilia shall conquer all.
Okay, very interesting start. So it would seem that eventually we will be attacking this east side of the map, but to start off with we're going to go west, and we're going to look at Tolosa first off to capture. So let's just close this guy now. Objective issued. This is the usual objective: completely control 2 provinces, either by direct ownership or through client states and military allies. And that will give us obviously the 2,500. So let's take a quick look at the armies that we've got. We have Ares Dread with some Hoplites, some Levy Freemen and some Celtic Slingers. And that is the thing that interested me most about Massilia, the fact that we've got Levy Freemen here, as well as these Celtic Slingers against the Hoplites. So the Greek factions versus the more barbarian factions, and it's a very interesting type of roster that I just wanted to play around with and see how it developed in the Grand Campaign. We also have another army over here, which is just Levy Freemen and Celtic Slingers. Very small armies to start off with, probably a little bit smaller actually than some of the armies you do start off with other factions, but still not too bad of units. This Celtic Slingers slightly more useful than the Levy Freemen. Let's look in the technology, and let's close the help because we don't really want to listen to her annoying. She's got a really annoying voice actually. I really feel sorry for the person they chose to act her out. I find she's very annoying and tedious. Anyway, so we've got logistics and land reclamation, and they open up. Okay, the normal, what it would seem, the more Hellenic type things. They don't seem to have the same building structures as the more barbarian tribes, which is good because I'm more used to Hellenic. I'm not very used to, say, factions from Gaul or the Germanic tribes. So I'm going to start off with logistics. I have no food at the moment, so let's take a look at Massilia and see what we've got in here. We have a port. Now, do we want to do a fishing port to give us food? Minus food, but more wealth. And this will give us a very nice garrison and 70 wealth for manufacturing. And then an even better garrison, well, the availability to get artillery ships rather than just normal assault ships. But with the sacrifice of 1 food, and I don't have any food, so that's probably not going to sway very well. So let's take a quick look there then. For the moment, I'm going to turn this into a fishing port, suffer the hit to public order, but get the 6 food in while I can. Let's do that for now. Let's move this army over here because we are going to move towards Tolosa first. I may combine these armies actually, and get more men in the one army and then build this one up at the base while I'm here. So let's just combine them quickly.
This panel is used to manually merge armies or fleets
There we
in
go.
order to assemble the strongest possible force.
And put the general back in Massilia. We're going to lose... Sorry, it's just closer. She's really overshadowing me. So, going to lose -3 next turn, which is not brilliant. It's not really what I want. Let's take a look at diplomacy, see what we can do here. Please don't keep talking to me. I should just click the other button so she doesn't talk at all. Never mind. So everyone is pretty much neutral here. We have an enemy. Who are these? The Helvetii, or Helvetii, and they are just to the northeast, actually connected to my province here. But I was going to move here first, and then it would seem we would go against the Helvetii. Let's see if there's anyone that's friendly. Rome is apparently friendly, so let's try and open some trade.
This option is used to broker trade
God,
agreements.
right, here we go. There we go. So apparently Rome don't really actually want to do trade with us, which is a little bit annoying. That's usually the first thing that people would do. Non-aggression pact, moderate for non-aggression. No, that's unfortunate. No, right, okay. We'll wait a little bit of time. We might be able to set something up in the future. Let's just try a couple of other tribes around here. See if they'll do any sort of tribe or non-aggression pact. No. About these guys here, they're neutral. They already have trade with us, I believe. Yeah, they do. Rome don't want trade. What about you guys here? You're not exactly our best friends in the world. Trade agreement low. Right, okay. Let's take a couple of provinces and get that going. Do we have any other provinces that I've just not noticed from that screen? No, we only have Provincia, which has Massilia and Toloso. So Toloso is definitely a target that we want to take swiftly, as we would like to get a full... Why can I not recruit these? Where is my spy then? Is she in the army? Am I being blind? I do that quite frequently. Why are you up there? I need you down here. Ah, you silly Billy. Where is the who is it that was not liking me at all? Here. Helvetii. So this is the right to the Aedui. Where are the Aedui? That's the Aedui. They're up here. No? Helvetii, over here. Apparently, I don't understand this. Is it they don't diplomatically like me, or is it this they don't like me? Because here, the colour scheme is suggesting that they're neutral. Very interesting. Right, okay. Unfortunately, I'm going to push out with the army without the spy, which is a little bit annoying. Not much I can do at the moment in terms of movement now. That was the furthest those guys could get. Is there anything else I need to set up here? We have diplomacy tried. We have technology. We have movement there. Let's just see what troops we can recruit here. Oh, interesting. Nice mixture here. So we've got Celto-Italic slingers. They have a missile damage of 20 against the Celtic slingers 20. They're literally the same, apart from their defense is a lot worse and they have less armor. So in actual fact, they're worse than the Celtic slingers, but their cost is a lot. Well, their cost is less, and their upkeep cost is a lot less, 13 less. So possibly worth it for the money. You would have thought they would have had better armor, because they've got quite a larger shield here, covering more of the body, but that's probably just design rather than anything. We have some Celtic skirmishers, which in terms of sheer power and defense, they're slightly better than the slingers. Obviously range is slightly reduced. We have some light hoplites, and some Celtic warriors. So we have quite a nice set of factions in terms of spear units here, and the Celtic warriors are pretty decent for flanking spear units, so they're pretty good to have in my army. So I might recruit some troops here, or I might recruit them into this army actually, just so I can keep moving this one closer to Tolosa without sacrificing this one's movement. So let's get a couple of Celtic slingers or Celtic Italic. I'm not too sure between the two. I might go for these to start off with because they're a bit cheaper. We'll go for some light hoplites. We'll build a very mediocre army here to start off with, just because we can afford it, basically. That'll do for now. End this turn and see what the game throws at us at this early stage of development. I have got the game on hard. Not too sure really what the difference is between hard and normal when it comes to the Grand Campaign. Sometimes the battles are a little bit harder, sometimes the AI does throw forces at you, but it only really gets like hard and when you get to very hard and legendary, which I'm not very good at playing at, so for fun purposes I've left it on hard. I'm playing the Wrath of Sparta DLC on normal because... Let's just focus in on these for a second. Because I want to see how the game is developed, or if the game is developed in terms of over trespassing. Let's declare war. They're actually building more forces up there, so I really want to attack very soon rather than later. Can we sabotage? Yeah, so I'm playing the Wrath of Sparta DLC on normal because I want to see how the AI is developed and what they've really done in that game. Normal gives you a nice overview of that. Right, poison the wells, 368 gold, which I can afford at this point. And sabotage failed, but that will hopefully level up my spy in a little bit. We can't attack this turn. I will declare war. It's the right thing to do. We'll start off the right way, shall we? We won't be deceitful. We'll declare war first and then attack them, rather than just walking in and attacking them, basically. Alright. Anything else that I can prove this turn? No, let's end the turn. And see if Tolosa want to sally forth and attack us straight off the bat, or whether they'll let me actually attack their little tiny settlement of a couple houses and trees.
The shield wall is always stronger when brothers stand together. That is why I offer a treaty.
At this point, I would like to bring up my terms for completing the Grand Campaign, because I want to know if I actually need this region. We'll take that for now, so we don't have to fight a war on two fronts. But I'll bring up the objectives for the entirety of the campaign now. That's something I should have done actually in the first couple of turns. So we have some missions here. Control the following settlements. Ah, there you go. That was one of my missions, never mind. Control 80 settlements. We want to control where we are now. Up here, over here, up in Britannia. We want to go to Britannia, very interesting. I would like to see that happen. We need to control Italia and also Africa. Interesting, very interesting. Cultural, fairly the same, it's more to the eastern areas. And cultural obviously involves the other Greek factions. And economic, completely different here. We're going all the way to the west side of the map. And down through Africa and Magna Graecia. Now, I am very interested. I'm not interested in meeting my Greek partners, and I'll tell you why. And that is because I am doing a Pergamon campaign, which will involve that sort of area over to the east. So I'm going to do the military victory and go all the way up to Britannia, which is very interesting. Not actually done that in a campaign yet. I've played as them, but I've not actually had to attack them and get up there myself. So very interested in doing that. So let's just get another technology researched here. Let's take a look at the first tier in management. That'll give me a dry docks, reduce the upkeep of armies. That will improve attack and defense as well as charge bonus. And that will give me a workshop. Let's take a quick look in here, see if there's anything that will get me started. I might as well do land reclamation to start off with, give me a bit more wealth from agriculture, which I don't have though, but that's not the case at the point in time. And I'm just going to be started on that tree. So, is it worth bringing up these to support? They're going to be a bit too far away here in this turn. If I force march them, will they be closer? They will. I could get them in supporting range here, which will do. Massilia, unfortunately, is taking a hit on public order here, but we can suffer that for the first couple of turns. And we will take Tolosa now. So I'm just going to quick save in case the game crashes, which it shouldn't do, but these things can happen. And I will increase these. Do I want that or that? Provides the garrison of citizen cavalry and light hoplites. Unlocks the recruitment of light horse, citizen cavalry and lance riders. So basically, do I want to go down the cav route, or do I want to unlock peltists? Now that's very interesting because I do love and enjoy peltists. I love flanking with those guys, so that would be very interesting, and that would be also very interesting. So I'm going to need two of these places. To start off with, we're not going to build any. We're going to see if we can actually take Tolosa first. Okay, so I'm just going to save again just because I did a little bit talking there, and let's go. Okay, battle deployment. Semi-even. So let's see how things turn out. They have 540 men in their actual army, garrison force of 540 as well. And let's take a look where they got some interesting units here in terms of their general. But apart from that, pretty defeatable. Their Celtic tribesmen might cause me a bit of an issue against my Levy Freemen. But the Celtic skirmishers, I should be able to take those out. I might use my general just to skirt around the back of this army. Chosen sword. That's my only concern, is the 2 general swords. I don't have a reinforcing army. I didn't take them out of forced march. That is unfortunate. Alright, let's go. Actually, let's encircle. Let's encircle. Take these guys. I can't take them out of forced march, which is annoying. I'm getting attrition here. Oh, screw it. Let's attack. Forget I said any of that then. Let's attack. I was hoping to take that unit out of forced march and have a bit of reinforcement, but I did move him a little bit too far. Which you guys probably saw and registered. And were probably screaming at the computer saying, "Don't do that! Don't do it! You stupid boy!" But yeah, I did it, unfortunately. But I still think I have a pretty good chance against these guys. My slingers should be able to take out their Celtic skirmishers. My Levy Freemen hopefully will put up a good defence. I might use those more to flank and leave the Hoppertes in the centre. Let's start the deployment. Let's see what we've got here, shall we? Ooh. Let's see, there's quite a bit of a hill here. Not a massive hill, but it will give me a little bit of an advantage. They all look very eager, don't they, these guys? Right, let's get back over to my army. Spin round. Right, okay. So let's have a look. Levy Freeman. I'll make a nice line here of Levy Freeman. Get the Hoppertes on the sides. Give them a nice flanking manoeuvre. They probably would be better at holding than the Levy Freeman, but there's only 2 units of them, which is the main concern. Slingers. Nice bit of range on the slingers. I will move them to the front of the line actually, so they can get some shots off first. Just move the whole army back a peg. And get the slingers out at the front of the army for now. And I'll push them behind when necessary. And the general I'll put in the trees here. And we'll swing them round to attack their skirmishers. Let's just whack these on one. And we'll go ahead and move forward a little. Oh, that's what I've got to watch out for. They're coming from the side. Fantastic. Of course they're coming from the side. Let's get the 2 units of Hoppertes to hold them here at the side if that's what they're going to do. And we'll get 2 units of slingers as well to fire on them if they come from this angle. General's still hidden, which is good. I believe that army's just going to join up with these. These guys are very stationary at the moment. There's their Gaelic Light Horse. So they've got swords, chosen swords, Celtic tribesmen, and Celtic skirmishers. So I don't think they're going to attack me, so I might just harry them at the back of their lines. I've noticed what I've just done as well. I've not moved the slingers, I've moved Levy Freeman. Lay that, levies. Go back here. My general's going over. I'm hoping that's going to force an engagement here. They're just walking. We'll see what happens. This army's moving a little bit, but this seems to be reorganising itself. Let's fast forward a little bit, see if we're actually going to get an engagement. Yes, we are. Hoplite wall, slingers, provide fire. Levy Freeman, we will get you in now. General, come up here. Just to provide support. Are you going to get into Hoplite wall or what? Oh, okay, you're not. Fantastic. Take them. Go up here. Oh, don't get involved in that fight, just get up here. Just get my general out of that fight for a second. Get a Levy Freeman in on these Celtic tribesmen. Get my general just up here. Just get my slingers up here as well. Rear charge for me, please. This should hopefully do a little bit of an effect here. Took a few off their numbers there. It didn't dwindle as much as I would have liked. Here we go, they're going down now. And when they stop dwindling, bring out the cav. Give me some backfire into these guys, please. Can you slingers come up here as well? Come in here, break this general break for me, please. And hopefully this will get us breaking. There we go. Nice one from my general here. Bring him out. Bring up this Levy Freeman here to support. They've gone now, so bring the slingers up here as well. And the militia hoplites, bring them to hold here. They're coming at quite a bit of a pace here now. Hungry for revenge, it would probably seem. Just bring my general behind the lines for a second as well. Slingers getting some nice shots off. Just hopefully my hoplites, no, not going to get there in time. There come Cav. Hopefully get held up on the Levy Freeman, which they have done. Get an attack order in there. Hoplite wall for me, please. Hold up these here. Slingers. Get a line here for me, please. Oh, that's fantastically annoying. Cavalry going down here. Who are these? Levy Freemen that have somehow broken, strangely, which is odd. Keep getting shots into the side of these for me, please. Come here. Form up here, please. Attack here. You guys attack these cav here. Slingers, focus on their cavalry. Where's my general? Come here for me, please. Let's get rid of their skirmishers. Yep, they are, but... Get attacking, please. Don't want to lose these Levy Freemen particularly. The Oathsworn have now engaged my men, which is not good. Get into theirs. Come up here, please. That's fine at the moment. Get firing over here. Get into the back of here, please. It's fine, Marks. Shush. Oh, they've got a nice little rear charge on me there, which is annoying. Don't skirmish for me, please. Stay steady and keep firing. Hirpeus are doing alright there. I need to bring these out against these now. Keep firing against their general for me. You fire against these here. General's gone in. Right. Over here, please. This is going well. This is going well. I'm losing a few more men than I would have liked to at this stage, but it's going well. Distracting the skirmishers so they can't fire any shots. Now we're going to go into the back of here. And I'm going to bring up these skirmishers here. And while the general finishes off these Celtic skirmishers, we'll see that we've got a nice rear charge on the general, hopefully. Not sure it was that sweet, to be honest. Though it is taking losses now. And we will get the skirmishers, slingers even, to do that. General's freed up. You finish off these slingers for me here. And now we should see their general's gone as well. Let's continue the battle. Let's take this general out. Let's also get these slingers firing on these guys here as well. Levy Freeman, come out of here, please. They're breaking, apparently.
The enemy general is dead.
There we go. That's what we like to hear. So go ahead and quit this battle now. And end it. It was a close victory. It should have been a lot less close than that, to be honest. But I'll take it for a first battle with Massilia. Not too bad, actually. Let's just take a look at the stats here. My general did very nicely with 171. One faction of Hoplites did pretty well, but the other one perished, unfortunately.
Now that you have fought a battle, well,
Let's get rid of her again. And let's do a bit of enslavery. And the general died, didn't he? So he should die here. Yep, there we go. And we will peacefully... I like how they just push him away with their shield there. It's pretty decent. Yeah, and then we're going to peacefully occupy Tolosa. Apparently they somehow sallied forth there, so I'm not going to get the... to take it quite that easily. It's unfortunate.
winning a battle.
We'll auto-resolve this simple battle. 100% remaining force, that's what I like to hear. If I was very protective, I would lose 1% of my force. So a balanced stance will do here. And that's Tolosa captured. Pretty decent start. So we can loot, subjugate or raise. I'm going to occupy. Let's get rid of that. Faction destroyed. That was pretty swift. Minus 38 next turn. That's not particularly good. Oh my god. Please go away. Thank you. Traditions. Accomplished skirmishers or formidable spearmen to start off with. And we will give you some zeal. I really want to take you out of force march now. I can't believe I did that. It's a bit silly of me. I can actually move you back a little bit, can't I? Let's move you back here a little bit. Let's get you back into Massilia itself. Tolosa needs to be converted, which is unfortunate. It's going to cost me a little bit of, well, not that much money. And we can build a muster field here too, which will give me the option of getting the other barracks. So, barracks or whatever you want to call it. What's it called? It's called a... oh, it is a barracks. There's a barracks and a camp. So I'm going to get the muster field for now, though. Consecrated ground probably will be more beneficial. I have nothing to do with public order in this province, actually, so yeah, unfortunately I'm going to have to go consecrated ground. Not exactly what I wanted to do, but it will be beneficial in the long run. So we have two settlements now, which are both in the same province, which is ideally named Provincia. So that is a pretty good start. And that's going to be the end of episode 1. That was pretty quick, pretty swift. A lot faster than the Sparta DLC, I have to say. Like I keep saying, actually probably in the Sparta DLC, you probably hear me say 1,000 times during the Wrath of Spire that it's a little slower than what I'm used to in the Grand Campaign. You can see why here, where we just simply 2 turns in, or was it 3 turns in, took a settlement. You can do it in less than that as well. I could have done it a lot quicker. Yeah, so you can see how it's very different to this one. I do like the Wrath of Spire, don't get me wrong, but this is a lot swifter and you take action a lot quicker. Which is probably the good thing about Wrath of Spire, where you can deliberate and take your cautious time with the intricacies of diplomacy. So, in future episodes, let's just take a look at those objectives again so I don't get this wrong. We're going to be moving over to the east, taking these lovely looking settlements over here. Unfortunately, we're having to break our non-aggression pact with Genua. That's not unheard of, so hopefully that won't be too bad of a thing. Corsica and Sardinia, which are the 2 islands which are connected to Italy. They're in a province of their own, but Italy would obviously prefer to have these. Rome would prefer to have these 2 areas here, which is going to cause some conflict between them, which is okay, because eventually we will have to actually get to Italia itself. which is unfortunate because the Romans do have a lot of tools which are very good against factions like Massilia and the barbaric factions. And with Massilia having both of those units, I don't think it gives it enough tools to conquer Rome sufficiently without my ability to play, which isn't brilliant, as you'll probably see as we go through this campaign. But hopefully I'll be able to destroy Rome, take the capital itself, which is a very nice place to visit, by the way, if you want to go there in reals, not for play. It's a very good city to visit, one of the best cities I've actually visited in my 27 years, so definitely recommend visiting Rome in real time. And we also need to go to Africa, apparently. Just this coast here, look at the Carthage area, which hopefully Syracuse will take. They have done that in a couple of my grand campaigns. They've taken Carthage for themselves, not Rome. Syracuse did it, so interesting. And then we need to go to Britannia and take Caledonium, or Lundin, as hopefully it will be called in the Attila game when it comes out. I'm hoping it's going to keep the Saxon names for Britain, to be honest. I really do. With Mercia and whatnot, and Wessex. Really hope that is what is going to happen with that. Looking forward to it immensely. Right, let's go back down to Provincia, which we have done. We have knocked a tick off the Metiliary victory. And next, we should look at probably completing another one of these by going across and taking Genoa. Genoa is next on the list after I've performed a bit of stability and built up both armies. I will be going across with both of them and taking this minor settlement for my own. So hopefully you enjoyed episode 1. Please, obviously, did like the episode, click the like button down below, it means a lot. And hopefully I will see you for episode 2 in a little while. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you later.